IBM ialah ini barang mahal ya. So I join company ini, and then after that I ada peluang untuk join Google Cloud ya. And I went into cloud and AI ya. So you can see that everybody has a chance to change the technology kalau you rajin belajar teknologi yang terbaru ya. And after that I retire from Google Cloud and I join Awantech sekarang, and I'm also a trainer lah kat Awantech ya. So kalau you attend classes, mungkin you akan nampak muka saya lah ya. So ini ialah my after retirement job. Kerana Awantech ialah local company, and also kita buat services, I boleh have a better relationship dengan customer saya kerana I boleh buat project untuk dia ya. Okay, so that's more than 5 minutes, so I'll just go on here. So let's talk a little bit about Google Slide ya. Okay, Google Slide ni ialah one of the editors in the collaboration family of Google Workspace ya. Now a lot of you perhaps use the free version. I think you dah biasa, right? Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Meet, Google Chat dan Tabs ya. Now collaboration is all the editors. Kalau you nampak, let me see whether I can use the so you boleh nampak Docs, that's Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. You boleh buat forms, you boleh buat portal, you boleh buat notes, and if you're interested, you boleh buat no-code application development using AppSheet, dan you boleh buat cloud search across all the data that you kept within your Google Workspace ya. So all these features is available to you when you have Google Workspace, and it's all very seamless. Now feature dia mungkin a lot of it is sama saja, but I will actually go through some of the common features here. Now this is a slide that I always like to share, which is very different dari produk-produk lain lah. When you actually create a doc or sheets or slides in Google Workspace, dia memang live ya. For example, kalau ada 10 orang collaborate on this particular document, you really work on satu version of the document ya. And you tak payah tanya colleague you, oh ini document which one? So biasanya when I'm preparing a presentation together dengan sales account manager saya, kita akan work on satu copy saja. Biasanya account manager saya dia buat last minute ya. Dia akan masukkan slide last minute, tapi I tak worry ya, slide itu salah because kita hanya kerja on a single copy, and I tahu copy yang saya ada tu is always the latest, and I tak show the wrong version of the document ya. So nanti kita akan go through some of the features, basic features of Google Slide, so that you tahu mana or how you navigate through Google Slide ya. Of course you boleh nampak juga siapa yang editing, you boleh nampak siapa is looking or open the document. Now kadang-kadang you rasa mengapa ada 10 orang buka document ni? Bukan dia really actively kerja kat document tu, mungkin dia left it open and they left their laptop ya. Dia nama dia pun ada di sana ya. So kalau you nak talk to them, you boleh check dengan dia kalau dia online in the document itself, and you pun boleh bawa satu Google Meet into the document itself. I think kalau you pernah attended some of my other webinar, you boleh nampak I akan tunjukkan bagaimana you boleh bring a Google Meet into a doc that you're editing ya, rather than ada dua screen then you kata can you look at this or that, the things like that yeah. So this is the basic functionality of Google Docs, Google Sheets, and Google Slides. You boleh buat collaboration in real time. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on. So now we go into the topic of creating. How do you create engaging presentations with Google Slide? Now Google Slide tu kalau you kata banyak function tak ada lah. I dah biasa buat PowerPoint. PowerPoint ada feature ini, feature itu. Tetapi kalau you rasa right, a lot of the feature that you ada tak semua you pakai ya. So this one Google Slide ni dia mungkin kata feature dia mungkin not as rich as PowerPoint, tetapi dia very interesting juga ya. So I will actually walk through some of the features that kita ada that you boleh pakai untuk create engaging presentation dengan Google Slide ya. Okay, now getting started ya, basic ah. A lot of people tidak tahu ya, basic dia ada apa-apa. So kita just go through some of the basic ya. Okay, how do you create a new presentation? Dia banyak cara you boleh create a new presentation. Kita akan talk a little bit about navigation, template, how do you add text, images and video, how do you add the speaker notes by speaking ya. Then akan tunjukkan some add-on and then sharing and collaboration. So sekarang saya akan exit presentation dan I akan buat demo untuk session ini ya. So I will stop sharing for a while. I will open a new one. Okay. So how do you start using Google Slide ya? Banyak cara ya. Ada satu cara ialah slides. Tak tahu whether you nampak tak? I think tak nampak. Wait, let me share the window ya. Let me share the window so you can see what I'm typing ya. Nampak? Okay ya, sorry I have to ask my colleague ya. So you boleh kata kalau nak create a slide, I just type slide dot new. A lot of people tak tahu ya. Okay. So you will be presented dengan a blank slide ya. And they're gonna suggest apakah theme that you nak pakai untuk slide you ya. Nah, kadang-kadang kita kata, actually biasanya kita akan recommend kalau you buat untuk company ataupun apa-apa, you should create template ya. Template untuk company dan other team. So I'm going to show you ya. So let's say for example, you sudah start kat sini and you say, I nak tengok apa-apa teams that I boleh guna. Mungkin I nak guna satu macam, okay lah. Skin ini ya, okay. So setiap slide yang saya ada, saya boleh pakai theme ini ya, and so on and so forth. Kalau I nak tukar, then I boleh tukar layout dia akan ada standard slide ya. Now, I think you tak nampak. Let me see, try to make it a bit bigger so that I can explain apa yang penting ya untuk template when you create a template ya. You should have a standardized format untuk title slide ya, title slide, section header, buat 2 column, 1 column dengan picture and so on and so forth ya. Itu ialah good practice and warna-warna you pilih, right? Later I'll go through the warna-warna ya. Okay. So kalau you ada, let's say your company, you ada template macam awan tag, kita because we want to show, we want to celebrate our 20th anniversary, kita ada template ya. So you boleh juga buat file, new, from template gallery ya. So kalau company you sudah buat, so you boleh kata ada company template, kita boleh pakai anniversary punya template untuk this particular presentation lah. So I akan ada template yang company punya, so that is so that I can use it consistently for my presentation. Yeah. Because I don't like to share the window. Nanti dia ada the infinity thing lah. Yeah. So let's say just now what I did was I sudah buat satu anniversary punya presentation ya. So dia cantik and it's consistent ya. Some company dia macam dia how to say. Now I'm going to talk about later on. We like to copy and paste from many slide ya. It's actually quite irritating kalau you buat slide that is based on different template. Nanti akan tunjukkan ya. Now over here you boleh tengok kalau you ada banyak macam ada function. So let me make a change here, and for those people who first time tak tahu, okay, let's say I tukar ni. I tak tahu whether you ada kawan tak yang don't like to save dia punya work. Then after that wah, kalau dia work hilang dia menangis ya. Okay, so I ada kawan macam tu. Dia buat because they don't. So in Google Slide, as most of these online punya software, you boleh dia auto save ya. Now let's say for example I buat satu mistake, I boleh balik ke file, I boleh pergi ke version history and see the version history. So dia akan tunjuk saya changes that were made ya. For example, I made the change and I put whiting here, and I can always revert back to the version that somebody accidentally deleted. Now, this is actually quite important kalau kita buat collaboration ya. Mungkin kawan you sudah went and delete your slide accidentally, and you want to recover some of the slide that you had before ya. So you can actually recover, ataupun you boleh kata I nak buat satu copy ataupun I nak restore ya. So boleh juga. Okay. Now, selepas tu dia ada banyak fungsi kat sini. You boleh buat search and replace, guides. Now, ini actually quite important is you boleh kata I nak tunjuk speaker note. Now, speaker note ni you just drag up. Okay. Now, later on, kalau you nak add speaker note, you boleh add the speaker note by speaking to the mic here. So, you can kata I nak add, later I will show that part. Let me see. Okay. Then this one, you boleh insert berbagai image ke, text ke, audio ke, video. Dia memang tahu. Table, chart. Later I'll go through those. Lines, animation, I'll go through it as well. And so on and so forth. Yeah. Now, formatting dia biasa, you boleh buat formatting of text. Semua tu. You boleh buat new slide, duplicate the slide, change the background. Now, I'm going to do the change the background and you see the impact here. Suddenly, you boleh nampak background saya jadi hitam ya. Okay, tetapi do you notice something? Blue on black is always awful ya. So, you have to think about it. Kalau you nak presentation you ada dua color. Now I will explain to you what is a dual color later. Jangan pakai biru ya. Warna biru ya. So because it's very hard to see biru on black ya. So kita kena tengok. The other one is green and red. Now kalau you nak buat emphasis ya, green and red, a lot of people mungkin dia ada color blindness. Dia tak nampak the difference between green and red ataupun green and blue ya. So different people dia akan ada different so when you are creating a slide, please think about your audience ya. Warna-warna that you pakai. I know budak-budak kecil dia suka pakai berbagai-bagai warna. So when I was working with my niece on her presentation, she will pick out all the neon color lah semua tu. Maybe for young people dia okay no, tetapi ya orang tua macam saya tak boleh lah. Ya. Okay. So then after that, you other tools that you boleh buat spell check. Very important, you buat spell check ya. The worst thing is that you misspell your customer's name, misspell something in the slide, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and this is the one that I mentioned before. You boleh type the speaker notes. Let's say, for example, let's activate. Yeah. In this slide, my English tak bagus ya. I wish to talk about color used in slides. Okay, so this one is just an example that you boleh record any speaker note that you nak dalam slide lah. Mungkin you ada recording of somebody explaining to you slide ni bagaimana nak explain ya. Then maybe you want to do the recording lah instead of typing or transcribing apa dia nak buat ya. Now, important juga ialah for example, extension ya. Now, there's a lot of extension that you boleh dapat. We call it add-ons here. So, to do that, kita click on add-on. Dia akan pergi ke the Workspace punya marketplace. And dia akan kata, cari apakah add-on yang boleh work with Google Slide. Ya. And the one that a lot of people like these days ialah AI. Ya. Okay. So ada beberapa software that you boleh add on that will help you create interesting slide ya. Tetapi you have to be careful ya. Okay. So most of these macam dia maybe they embed ChatGPT ke, Bard ke. So Bard is actually Google's equivalent. Dia ada satu called Plus AI. So dia boleh buat or suggest to you apa-apa topik lah, slide that you want to create for a particular topic. So kadang-kadang you stuck, right? Oh, I tak tahu apa I nak ceritakan tentang tu. You boleh add on this. Now all these require you to pay lah. You boleh buat free version, you boleh cuba. Tetapi I tried this free version, tak jalan lah. So hari ni I tak boleh install and show you. So I tried to install this one, tak jalan. So but you can try it lah. Yeah. Hopefully it will work for you. Yang Plus AI tu, I think you only can use it 3 kali ya, sebelum you kena bayar. Yeah. So kalau you think that you are somebody who always create a lot of slide on very difficult topic, mungkin this is something that you want to do lah. Yeah. Add into your Google slide ataupun kadang-kadang they probably work with PowerPoint and so on and so forth. But this happen to be working with Google Slide. Yeah. So these are some of the add-on you boleh pakai to make your slides more interesting. Yeah. Okay. As the intelligent. So mungkin kadang-kadang you kata I nak buat formatting ke semua tu ya. Like add more images, GIFs, icons, boleh juga ya. Okay. So kat sini, let me just turn off this one. Let me change back. Okay. All right. So in this case, these are the extension. And then later on, I will actually show you how you actually can find information. Let's say, for example, dalam slide ini, I think I'm jumping that as well. Wait, just give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. So let me go back and see what topic. Okay. So let us look at adding text and images. I talked about template. Okay. And I talk about, okay, adding speaker notes, adds on. Now let's look about sharing and collaboration, yeah, which is actually quite important. So let's say, for example, saya sudah ada, I sudah happy, I nak buat this as a template. So here is just text here. So you boleh insert text and then you can insert things like images, upload or search here, the web or upload or take a camera. And then you can insert video, yeah. So normally video ni dia akan kata, is it stored in your Google Drive ataupun you want to search YouTube or something that you want to embed, yeah, so on. Okay. So let's talk about how you can buat collaboration. Now, when you actually sudah, like say, ready to share, then you just click on this share, and you boleh type in who you want to share with. So sekarang I'm going to share with myself another ID of mine, which is this one. And then I can make them commenter, viewer. I boleh add the expiry juga. Yeah. For example, I said that this person's access expires 1 bulan dari sekarang, meaning that they can no longer access after 1 bulan lah. Yeah. So you can actually add that as well. Kalau you are sharing something that you not is your not in your company, yeah. So let's say we send. You are external, so nak share ke, yeah. Right. So over here, I want to share a little bit. For example, now you can see comments here. Kalau you nak somebody buat something, so you boleh tag them. For example, you kata comment, add kat sini, and you say, oh, siapa you nak tag? Let's say, for example, I nak tag Whiting just now. Okay. And then you nak kata, please change the color, the theme, yeah, to a nicer color. Assign to me, assign. Yeah. So this task is now assigned, and if I look at this, I boleh nampak, and this person can reply after they've done something with this, that, yeah. Okay. So that is one of the ways that you can collaborate in terms of what you want them to do and so on and so forth. Now, do you see this video camera ni? Yeah. So you can actually bring a call here. I'm in the call. I boleh bring the call here. ataupun I can start a call if I'm not already in a call. So I don't want to do this, but that's what you can do here. So let's say you're talking to somebody and say, hey, I nak start a video call, boleh juga. Yeah. So this is one of the ways that you can actually collaborate with people. Now, I'm going to kind of show you, because this was a sign. When you tick this here, it just says mark done. That means that person can say I already done, and therefore hidden here. So this thing is already done because that person has completed the thing. Yeah. So I'm going to later on show you. I'm just going back to my notes to show you other things that I nak buat dalam making the presentation a bit more interesting. Yeah. Let me go back to this. Yeah. So I talked about the basics of how you can use it, templates, navigation, adding things, adding speaker notes, add-on, sharing, and collaboration. Yeah. The next thing I want to show you is a sample template. I know it's a bit kecil. I just took a snapshot of this. Remember I talked about doing templates that standardize here. The most irritating thing is that kalau template, when you do a presentation, kalau title you up and down, it's very irritating for people who are actually watching the presentation here. So as I mentioned before, you boleh buat template yang ada sample ni. Break time, in the middle, content, 2 column, 3 column, 4 column, quote, dark, and so on and so forth. Now, it's actually quite important for you to buat a dark, because then you know what is the impact of your template when you're actually presenting to your customer, right? Because nanti dia macam the layout the layout. So macam dia kata, warna-warna yang I pakai tu tak sesuai when I change from light background to dark background. Yeah. So that is good practice, that you ada this kind of layout so that people can switch here. So you can see that you can switch to any layout by a very easy mean. So let me just go back to this one. Okay, how do you change the layout? I show you how to change the background. You just click on this and you boleh tukar apa-apa layout that you ada. Yeah. So that's as easy as just changing the layout. Yeah. Okay, so that's the layout. Now over here, sorry. Okay, dalam chat ke? Okay, you can use BART within slide. Now we have actually a new feature, which is the enhancement of BART. It's called Duet AI. So later on, I'll show you some of the features that we have introduced within slides. Some people have actually done, remember just now I showed you the add-on? Some of them, they're actually using BART as well. Yeah, but the name for BART is the public one. The name we use when we embed BART within our workspace is called Duet AI. Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me go back. So let's look at something that talk about presentation and how you feel. Yeah. So this is how I just want to talk about some of the basics that you can use. So you saw how easy it was to change the slide from dark to light or the template. Yeah. But I want to ask you, look at this slide that I've actually done 2 colors. Which do you think is easy to read? You can type in the chat. There is a tip actually. When you are doing a mass presentation, meaning that you are presenting in a very big hall, a ballroom or something like this, do you know that you're supposed to use the dark background? Yeah, correct. Now, if you are presenting to a smaller group and you should use white. So that's why it is important for you, right? Yang presentation that you present looks good either in dark or light. Yeah. Now you know many of you said dark here because dark, right? The words come out, but some of the graphics don't come out so nice here. So it all depends on what you want to do. So normally when you are doing a big hall presentation, it's easier to do dark. Yeah, dark. But for people to read, tak boleh buat dark. Yeah. So you need to print out the presentation dalam light format. Yeah. So you think about your audience and the room or the kind of presentation you're going to buat so that people feel that, oh, they boleh nampak the text here. White tu macam paper, yeah. So far away quite difficult. So I agree with you. That is easier to read. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. The other one is that I think I already show you about doing the template. Yeah. And I'm going to show you something like this one. I think I wanted to show a template which is very mixed up here. Okay. Now, can you see, if I had a presentation here, ada satu layout like this, satu layout like that. Now, how do you feel when you're in a presentation? You nampak macam the person didn't take much care in changing it to be standardized. Do you feel that macam speaker tu dia copy and paste saja? So when you are trying to engage people, you make sure that you punya layout. That's why templates are very important in Google. To use templates in Google Slide, so that you ada satu consistent look and feel, ya. And try to have satu theme saja, ya, untuk slide you. Otherwise, you punya audience akan rasa, orang ni just copy and paste kat sini, tak buat enhancement pun, perkataan tak arrange pun. Now, you must remember, when you are doing this, size of the text, dia macam akan lari. But there is a way of doing this. So, the technique is called, I just go back to a slide, kat sini, let me just share this tab. And I'm going to change the layout back to this here. Now, when you're doing this particular text here, you can actually have a feature where you say that the text fitting, text fitting ialah, do you want to auto fit within the overflow ataupun resize it to fit the text, the box, Now, when you shrink, you see what happens here. For example, I find that sometimes it's both bad and good, Let's say I change this box to be kecil sikit, So I will type this. Can you see what happens? When you do this, right? So the text will automatically shrink when you have more information, But it gets very difficult kalau you ada dua box. One text box, you ada 3 lines. One box, you ada 4 line, So what you want to do is, you want to make it consistent, so therefore you do not auto-fit. Okay, that's also one way. You do not want to auto-fit, so the text remains the same size, whether you have 4 line atau bigger line, So that is one way for you to adjust. So what I normally do is that I will type all the text that I want, and then after that I will decide whether I want to shrink or auto fit ataupun resize the shape, So this is something that you have to take note of. I find that this one, the auto fit, works quite well kalau kita type a lot of text. But I'm going to give you another tip later, why you should not have another a lot of text on your slide. So let me just go back to my presentation, Okay. Okay. So remember, consistent and apply the layout, because you can just click apply the layout. But after you apply the layout, some of your text will lari, and the warna will lari. So this is also quite important, Now, so I just use this sample, Now, a lot of us are takut people tak boleh baca or faham slide kami. Guess what? We type a lot of words here at the bottom until the slide is nothing but words. But you know that this is not impactful, because I just want to show you a comparison here. Will this be better? Oh, sorry, I already jumped here. That one is the format here. Now, let's say I go back, sorry, So, let's say kita takut, people tak faham apa dia security resilience framework assessment. Kita takut kita lupa what to say, So, kita type a lot of text on the screen. Now, when you are doing a presentation here, and you want people to listen to you, don't do this. Do this. Just put the picture and the keywords. Yang line tu, you keep it in your speaker notes, so that people will pay attention to how you can explain each of the item. Now, one of my the people who taught me how to make presentation dulu, right? When we do the presentation, she pangkai, she said delete. And then after that kita kata, after that kita lupa apa yang kita nak cakap, ya. But remember, you want to capture the audience attention, ya. Bukan nak dia baca what is on the slide. So remember, less words is more, ya. Kalau you takut lupa, have it in the speaker note or have it on another device that you boleh baca, ya. So remember, if you want people to pay attention to you speaking and also the slide you're presenting, less is more, yeah? Okay. Now, the other one, of course, is to add flow chart and diagram. Nah, kita suka tulis perkataan. Proses ini, SOP macam ni, so on and so forth. Now, normally, of course, this one I didn't put in because I wanted to show you how to insert a flow chart and a diagram, yeah? So I'm going to go back and exit and show you what it looks like, yeah? Okay. So let's say, for example, I'm going to exit my presentation slide. So you kata, I nak insert a flow chart, ya. When I want to describe a process, janganlah tulis perkataan. Buat ini dulu, buat itu dulu, ya. So what you will do is that you will insert a chart. A diagram, ya. And apakah diagram that you nak buat, ya. So you boleh view all, you boleh tengok what are you trying to express, and therefore you kata, okay, saya nak express macam cycle, ya. Cycle macam ni, I nak cycle ini, ya. And then they will suggest to you. Now over here at the top, dia kata berapa step you nak, apakah warna you nak pakai, ya, before you insert the diagram. Let's say I delete, so this is I undo. Yes. So now I boleh pilih, I suka ni, I nak dia ada 5 step. Warna dia, I nak warna purple. Yeah. So that actually helps you to describe what is a good way of doing a process flow, yeah? I mean, you have to choose the one that works for whatever you're trying to explain, yeah? So that will actually be more helpful than writing step 1 buat ni, step 2 buat ni, step 3 buat ni, yeah? I hope you all agree with me, yeah? So that is inserting the diagram. You boleh insert drawings juga. Kalau you ada lukis satu gambar, you boleh tampal or insert inside here lah. Yeah, so that is a way for you to write some of these more interesting things. But warna dia, tolong pilih warna yang that is easy on the eyes lah. So I just pilih purple saja lah. Yeah, okay. So let me go back to the slideshow mode. Yeah, okay. Right. Now the other one is charts. Now biasanya kita nak present charts or table, yeah, and then kita type kat sini. So a good way is not to do this on the site itself, but to do it from Google Sheets, yeah. So I'm going to show you why. Because when you update your Google Sheet, you kena balik sini and buat. So I just recently did this last night. I pening kepala. So we did everything in a table in a Google Sheet, yeah. Tapi colleague saya, dia tak link the sheet to the slide. So when I update something in the Google Sheet, it's not updated in my slide. So let me kind of show you what I mean, yeah? Okay, let me just exit again from my presentation and I show you why you should do this, yeah? Okay. So for example, I have a So for example, saya ada, I did a chart here. Based on some data kat sini, ataupun I nak, for example, insert something from here, yeah. So I'm going to insert the chart that I created from. Where's my chart? Sorry, yeah. Where's my chart? Okay, just now you saw my chart, right? So I'm going to insert that. Oh, I think it's down there somewhere. Hold on. Mana chart saya? Hey, tak apa. So I'm going to show you that I'm going to insert a chart from this sheet here. So for example, I boleh kata insert chart from sheets. So either satu, which is football results. So dia kata, okay, do you want this? Betul. I click this, I import here. Now this means that every time if I change the result of what created this chart, my slide is actually updated juga, yeah, because then you don't get an outdated chart. Wah, actually sangat embarrassing kan, you pergi ke meeting, oh nombor dia tak betul, oh somebody said, oh semalam saya betulkan, you tak update ke? So you can always go back to the link chart to see, to say that you can open the source or unlink or whatever, yeah. So this one gets refreshed whenever you change the source, yeah. So this is a good way for you to add a chart from the sheet so that you always have the latest alamak, okay, I forgot to share, yeah. So later I'll go back again. So after you insert the chart here, you boleh link go back to the source if you're allowed, yeah. And you can say I want to open the source or unlink it here. So this is always updated. So kalau you change the source that created this chart, they will automatically be updated. Yeah. So this is how you want to keep the charts live. Yeah. That means the data is always up to date. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me go back to my presentation. All right. Yeah. So remember, you should add charts from a source that you can keep updated. Yeah. Okay. Now, transition. Did you see what I just did? Yeah. So transition is actually very important, and animation is also important for you to attract certain attention. Tetapi I rasa a lot of people they suka buat a lot of transition. Every slide ada transition. Just now you saw what I did, right? Transition dia, cute. So I kata, oh, I'm not changed, then I'm not very fancy, dia nak buat, ya. So this is something that a lot of people say, cantik kan? Tapi ya, after a while, after looking at 20 slide, you sudah pening kepala, ya. So jangan buat ni. I will show you how you buat transition. Ini lagi teruk, ya. So you just buat transition for the sake of transition. It doesn't make an impact on your presentation. So how do you do transition? Yeah. So I'm going to kind of show you, yeah. Now, this is a quite interesting, well, I didn't get exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to show lightning striking a tree, yeah. So either pokok, lightning strike, my pokok tumbang, yeah. Actually, I wanted it tumbang, but it didn't tumbang lah. They just putar saja, yeah. So this is something that you want to tell a picture, then okay lah. Dia animation, they telling a story. Dia bukan animation for the sake of animation, yeah. Another one is that kalau you nak buat a point, yeah. Now, sometimes you ada satu point, ada 10 point. But kalau you tunjuk all the 10 points, everybody, as I mentioned before, dia akan baca one by one, yeah. So I'm going to show you how you're going to do those, yeah. So what is important is that your animation is supporting what you're trying to say. For example, point 1 and then point 2, yeah. So that is the sort of animation that you nak jadi so that it supports what you're trying to say, yeah. So let me kind of show you how you can do some of these things, yeah. And let's go back here and escape, yeah. So kalau you nak buat slide animation, yeah. So you boleh buat kata transition. So slide, when you do those transition, is called transition. Can you see this? This thing here, right? It shows that a transition is applied, or an animation is applied to the slide, yeah. So you boleh kata I nak buat transition, and in my transition I buat cube, yeah. And how fast do I want the cube to turn, yeah? And then I nak dia click, then they spin. Okay, the words. Now I'm going to highlight this one. This is number 2, right? The text. So this was number 1 for the slide transition, and on this one, the text I nak dia spin, yeah. So the word spin. So just now when you did what and I showed you, you boleh nampak. So I'm going to show you the play. So this is the transition for the slide and the spin for the words, yeah. So this is like how you would do a combination of slide dan spinning. Now, don't do this for all the words. Nanti people pening kepala, yeah? But this is an example. So I'm going to show you the next one that I did, yeah? Now, the next one I did was, let me stop, yeah? Alright, then over here, saya buat, remember, I have a picture of a tree and I have a lightning, yeah? So what I did was that my lightning was actually quite small. I wanted the lightning to strike. So I had the tree that was already on the picture, but I want the lightning to zoom in when I click, yeah? So it will just become big, right? And then my tree, after the first animation, I spin the tree, yeah? So the tree gets spin, and you can choose here what transition you want. Is it on click, after the previous, or with the previous? This is the normal way of doing, yeah? But please don't do so much until you're like macam, but do it because you want to tell a particular story, yeah? Okay, so this is pictures, like how you bring in a picture, you bring in another object, and then you apply to it, yeah? The third one that I want to show you how you can do the words is this. Now, when you do a point, right? So I have point 1 and point 2. So you can see that in point 1, it appears on the click. And I do what we call by paragraph, meaning that the whole sentence is one group, yeah? So then I can separate from point 1 to point 2, yeah? So this is point 1 paragraph, and then for point 2, it appears next and also by paragraph. So this is when I want to make points about something, and I don't want all the text to appear at the same time, yeah? So when you're having a very complicated picture, it actually helps for you to buat animation, yeah? Because you don't want people to be overwhelmed by everything that's on the screen, yeah? And this is a problem with a lot of presentation. You got the, alamak, I want to tell the point, but if I show you a picture which is very complicated, you can get very confused, yeah? So this is where animation will help. Slide transition, do it very sparingly, only if you want to, like, make it, like, boleh juga lah slide transition tu. So, but to me, slide transition tu is a bit more macam gimmicky lah, yeah? But animation is actually very useful kalau you apply it in the right place, yeah? Okay, so let me continue. So I finished this. All right. Now, the most irritating things that we have sometimes is when we do tables and rows, kita tak space them out correctly. So when we do a table, you can insert a table and you want to distribute it evenly, yeah? So you can format it, distribute the rows so that they are all equal in size. Because, however, sometimes some rows have more text, some rows have less text, then of course, then you have to adjust it accordingly, yeah? But this is one of the ways where you can actually space the table rows and columns evenly in a slide. Now, you can also insert a table from a sheet, yeah? So same thing as I mentioned before about the chart, you can copy and paste a sheet. So maybe I'll show you, yeah, to describe what I mean. Okay, let me go back to here. So let's say, for example, kat sini, I want to insert my football result, part of it, yeah? So I will go here, and let's say I want to copy and paste, maybe this. I just copy, I go back to my presentation, and then I paste. Guess what it'll ask you? Do you want to link it? Now, when you link it, it also means that whatever you update in the sheet will get updated kat sini juga, yeah? So let's say you say, yes, I want to paste it linked. Okay, now I'm going to change one of the words here, yeah, and see whether it changes. Let's say, for example, the penalty, I nak tukar kepada true. Now, can you see this little circle here, right? So similarly, you just click, it will update. It will update the data that you had in the sheet here. So this is the way where you keep the data in the sheet in sync with your slide here. Now you can also do the same thing when you copy slides from another presentation into your slide you got. They ask you, do you want to link the two presentation? Kalau you nak, whatever people made changes in the master deck, the changes are also reflected within your current deck. Yeah? Let me try and see whether this works. Let's say, for example, I not insert from my webinar. So I just copy and paste. Can you see? All right. They ask you, do you want to match the presentation? Normally we'll say match here. Do you want to keep the original style or do you want to link and keep the original style? Which means that kalau you ada satu master deck that maybe talk about a project or company profile, you want to have a master copy that you refer to all the time so that whenever they update the deck, you also get the most updated copy. Yeah? So this is actually a good way for you to consistently have the most updated information. So I say I want to keep original style. Yeah, so it tells you there is a link. Now let's say for example you tak nak, you kata you boleh unlink juga. Yeah, and so on. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. All right. Hey. Now, the next one is talking about search and explore. Now, this is already there, even though before all the BART, the ChatGPT, and the Duet. Yeah? Now, how do you search and explore and add content that's interesting to your slide? Yeah? So then go on, move on. So let's say, for example, yeah, okay, I shall go back to my blank one. Okay, so you can actually see, right? There is a tool called Explore. So kat sini, tools explore. And what they say is that what do you nak explore? Do you nak explore a new layout ataupun you nak get a picture? Yeah. So for example, I nak a flower. So where do you want to do it? You want to get a picture from your club search, meaning that documents that you already have in your organization, atau you nak pergi ke web, ataupun you nak cari images, yeah? So over here, you can kata, oh, I nak cari this one, okay lah, suka ni. So then you can add content, apa-apa content lah that you nak add into your presentation, yeah, using the Explore. So you can search from it within the organization, web, as I mentioned, text, these are all text-based, ataupun images. Now this is already there even the days before what we call Duet AI, yeah. So I'm going to show you on the AI content, which is a little bit more interesting than just searching like static punya, yeah. So let us go and find something that is from Duet AI, which is the, as I mentioned before. So remember this one, Explore, here. So in this case, I was looking for cloud, yeah. So you saw the different type of cloud that I can get, yeah, from here. All right. So how do you use AI to create content? So I have to switch ID, and I'm going to show you how you can get some content, basically to add to your slide. Yeah. Okay, I will need to switch. I will need to exit my slide sini, and I need to change the ID. Yeah. Hold on, because my this ID tak ada access to do AI. Hold on. Okay, just checking that all of you can see. So I'm using a different ID for this. So now I have here. Okay, do you see this? Create an image with Duet AI. So I'm going to say, what do you want to put? Okay, you can do things like, you can type very long sentences. I can say that I want a panda on top of, well, I don't know, I never tried this, on top of KLCC. The day my colleague demonstrated a tiger on top of KLCC Twin Tower, yeah? Okay. Okay? Not really on top of Twin Tower, yeah? So let's go and look. He's actually in front of the Twin Tower. Okay, not so accurate, but okay, let's say we choose this one, yeah? And we say, well, which one do you like? Let's say I like a panda in front of a Twin Tower, not really on top, yeah? Okay, now I can also add a style. Macam I nak dia, macam I want it to be in watercolor, yeah? So now you have, this one is better, right? Hey, this one. See? Not really on top Twin Tower, but now you have a watercolor version of a panda on top of KL Twin Tower. Now, anybody wants to have an interesting topic that they're not doing AI to create the image for. So you can type many things here. So, and that is like one of the things that is embedded within Duet AI. I mean, that's been done by Duet AI. See? Now, of course, you can change other things and so on and so forth. If I want to do, okay, BTS. I don't know whether you know BTS. On stage in. No, on stage lah. BTS. Yeah, I don't know whether you know who BTS is lah. Yeah, you all know who BTS is, right? Yeah. They only have a yeah. So, but these are some of the images that they have already done here. So they didn't know who BTS is, unfortunately. So we have to train them here. Okay. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue with my slide, and I'm going to change back to whiting. And then, okay. Right, so that is one of the ways that you can use AI to create content, as I mentioned before. And then I just want, before I end, to talk about our webinar. I know I shared this the last time that we were here. We are running a free webinar for Satu Hari for Big Data and Machine Learning Fundamentals, Satu Hari. There is a QR code that you can scan to register. We are planning to have this session, Satu Hari, over Google Meet on the 5th of December 2023. Yeah? So I will leave it here so that you can scan the QR code. Please let me know if you have a problem with the QR code. Yeah? Boleh tak? Okay, yeah? Do I get a thumbs up? Okay, yeah. So please register. And I look forward to having to kind of introduce to you big data and machine learning fundamentals on Google Cloud. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Jane. Is she typing? Okay. All right. Okay. One more.
Can share the QR link in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. You share? My colleague will share. Yes. Okay. I know it's a bit kecil, right? The last time we had some problems because the link that we were using was not correct. Yeah. So we will share in the chat. It's a Google form. Yes, thank you. Right. Then another one is that I don't know whether you can see this. Remember, we actually have a promo. We still run this promo for Google Workspace. So if let's say you are thinking of migrating to Google Workspace after seeing this, please, you can actually call us, contact us, and we have a special offer for Google Workspace until end of the year saja, right? Until end of the year saja, next year tak ada, because next year harga semua naik. Google Workspace, I think harga akan naik, ya. But anyway, so with that, I thank you for your attention, yeah, and I will open up for any question ataupun hand it back to my colleague for the gambar, right?